Hey, what's up? It's Dave. Had a really cool opportunity this past weekend at Eason's Personal Story Power seminar. I was asked to participate in a Mastermind Panel, and I just had my daughter, Simone, record it using her iPhone. So the video is not great, but I wanted to bring this to you, and after you're done watching this stuff, I've got a few other thoughts on things that I didn't quite get to when I was on the panel. So start with watching the videos.
I'm Dave Ward from right here in sunny, beautiful San Diego, and I own a company that markets and distributes fitness DVDs and supplements.
Dave, funny story about Dave is he came to this event, what was it, a year ago?
It was October of 14.
October. And I gave him the assignment as a partner. And I gave him the assignment of the 10 people. And how many people did you put in that room?
Yeah, so we had the same assignment you had today. I was sitting actually right over there with Jimmy, who I did the event with, and we said, okay, so 10 people, we could probably get 100. And we ended up with about 420 people last year, about 500 this year. But what's kind of interesting about the numbers is we more than quadrupled the price of the ticket. And so the numbers didn't go up that much, but the ticket price.
Oh, you mean from last year to this year? Yeah. Yeah, that's great. I'll be speaking at that event.
And we'll be speaking as well as Scott.
Yeah, Scott Mann and I, and who, Gary Vaynerchuk?
Gary Vaynerchuk, yeah.
That's very cool. Very cool. You really took that assignment and ran with it.
Yeah, we did. I think that we recognized there was a real gap in leadership. Hopefully you guys are picking up on that thread here that no one's coming, and that's really where we were at. Recognize that no one's coming, and if somebody was going to do something, it was going to be us.
Yeah. Really good. Dave, while you got the microphone, I just want to ask you a question. How have you used the training that we've done together? How have you used that to impact your business, grow your business, and your life?
Yeah, I was sort of thinking about this earlier before I came up here. For me, it's the physicality element of it.
Yeah.
I'm really uncomfortable right now, and there's really two reasons. One is that I have shoes on, so I don't normally wear shoes. Unfortunately, I work from home. The other reason is I'm sitting. And from working with you, what I've recognized, I gotta be on the move.
Yeah.
I gotta be moving.
Yeah.
When you asked me on day one, you said, could you do it again just for fun? The first thing I did was I took a step. I actually turned my back to you.
Yeah.
And walked away from you because I've learned I have to be moving. I've gotta be moving around. It's been such an important thing for me. And I'm an athlete, a surfer and skier. And, so I actually got a standing desk. And I have all these different things that I stand on. I have a rock, I've got a bunch of different balls, I've got different balance boards that I use to constantly be connecting this thing, And so the physicality of it has really been the number one thing for me. And people, like you said, they can't take their eyes off you. For me, when I'm moving around, some people, stand there, right?
Yeah, very good. That's great. Let's give the mic to Renee.
I'm so glad you asked this question. So I'm here with my daughter, Simone, who's 15. This is her second event. We were here in October. I had sort of talked to her about what the event was all about. She was very interested. And last year, her mother and I got divorced. And it was a really hard time, as I'm sure any of you have been through that, or people have gone through that. It's tough. And I decided in October that I was going to use that as an opportunity to tell the story. And the first person I had to tell the story to was her. I tried to get away from her when we did pair it up. She wouldn't. She's kind of shy, and she didn't. She wanted to work with me, and I had to tell that story. And it just bonded us and healed us so much. I really can't. We talk a lot about the cathartic nature of story. That has really healed our family in a tremendous way. And when I asked her if she wanted to come back, the first question she asked me was, is John DeLee was going to be here? Pretty sure. She's a big fan. But the real reason that she's here again is because she has big dreams. She wants to be a Broadway actress. And she's got the pipes, and she's got everything she needs. But the harsh reality is, what are those miles that she's got to run? How much work is it going to take? How many talented people have never made it? And the feedback we get from her teachers now when she goes through things, they don't have finals, they call them juries, she's got another one coming up soon, is hard worker. Just hard worker. And I just know that that's what's going to carry her through. And I talk to my son about these things as well, You have to give more than you take, and you have to work your ass off. That's the only way to get where you want to go. That messaging coming out of here, I think that's another reason I bring her is yes, it is about being on stage. It's about the presence. It's about the physicality. It's about drumming. It's about being here with a bunch of really, really powerful people who lift each other up. But there's other messages that are here about leadership, about being self-reliant, about working hard. That at 15, if somebody had told me that at 15, I'd be light years ahead of where I'm at. So that's why I bring her, because she's got to know that. And then when she doesn't want to work, she's got to get to work. And that's it, and it's creating that plan and then executing on it. Just like here, over and over and over again. Just like Axel. It's the same thing. And that's really what she's here to do. For me, it's getting comfortable and understanding a very counterintuitive concept, which is that showing people your vulnerability actually makes you invulnerable. This doesn't make sense, and you want to hide. I know, I've been there. My story is about the death of my father. It's a very painful story. It really sucks what happens to him, okay? But once I started showing people that, what I was essentially doing is saying, if you wanted to hurt me, this is where you could hit me, and it would hurt me really bad. But guess what? I'm not afraid of it, because I'm showing it to you. And at that point, you become invulnerable. People can't hurt you anymore, and they won't. They won't. Instead, what they'll do is they'll connect deeply with you. So I think it's about embracing your story and being super vulnerable with it. And if it's hard to tell, it's hard to tell. But what happens is exactly what Dan's talking about. People really can't take their eyes off you. They just can't get enough. Because they're not used to people letting them in. They're used to people walking around like, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. And when you walk up to people and say, this is, if you wanted to punch me in the face, you could, and it's okay, I'm not scared. Then you have all the power in the room. It's just very counterintuitive. It was until the 2-day that I clicked with this. I've been to this event twice. And then at the 2-day, I got it. And it was like, that is what is holding me back from really telling my stories. I'm just afraid to be vulnerable. And Bo helped me understand that's how you become invulnerable. It's not wearing a suit of armor, showing up completely naked.
Right. When you start to have the mindset of being the best, when you re-enter the civilian world after that, I guess what I really want to know is the pushback, the resistance that you felt. Did you have it?
Yes, I mean, most definitely. Your job is to lead, and that's where I got good with it. I'm going to lead. You can follow or not. It doesn't matter. I have to show up. I have to do this, and if I don't, I'm really being exceptionally selfish by not leading. But there will be resistance, no question.
Right. Right. And from exterior too, not just yourself, but people around you. Like, what do you mean the best? What is that? That's cocky. That's conceited. That's any of that pushback.
I've always had that pushback. That's kind of how I'm wired. I'm kind of wired that way, and I think a lot of people have. Over the years, a lot of people have kind of thought I was a little cocky, a little conceited, maybe thought more of myself than there was. I've just always been a self-confident person, and that's just always been my position on it. Is I'm here to lead. That's it. Yeah. And if you're not okay with that, you're not going to be one of the people following, and that's just how it is. I'm not gonna. What I was going to say to rise up, I'm not going to lower myself down so I can play down here, right? And then make people comfortable and make it okay for everybody because I'm down here. I'm going to be up here. This is when, at our event, this is what we do. You're going to, like Renee said, we're playing up here. And if that's not good, get the fuck out. And you just have to be good with that. And you've got to recognize your job is to lead.
All right, so that's the video from the Eason Mastermind panel. I was so honored to sit on that. Bo and his wife, Dawn, have been a great influence on me and my life, and now the life of my daughter, and a lot of friends. And I've had a lot of people go through this seminar, and it's just very impactful. And the seminar is really about how to be a better speaker. But there's so much of leadership that's built into it, and that's stuff that I really just thrive on, and I think is lacking, and is what we frankly need a lot more of. So a couple of things that I wanted to just kind of touch on a little bit. Early in the video, I start talking about physicality. Again, this is about stage presence. That's what I've learned, is how to move better. When I started working with Bo, I was very rigid. I was kind of like, get my feet planted in concrete and talk to people. And he started to talk to me and work with me. And he's like, "You're a surfer, man. You're a skier. You gotta move. Like, some people can stand still, and it's okay. Not you. You need to be moving." And has helped me grow as a speaker so much. So that's why I talked about the physicality. Second thing I got into was the men's leadership event. And for those of you guys who are attending that event, this is where it came from. That's the story. That's how we started this thing. Bo challenged us to put together an event that would influence lives and get 10 people in a room, and we ended up with 430 or whatever it was. And again, we're doing that in just about 3 weeks, actually. So I'm super excited about that. And for the guys in that group who are watching this, I just want to thank you. Everybody keeps thanking me, and I appreciate that, and I know all the other speakers and Jimmy organizing as well appreciate the thanks. But I need to thank you. I don't think what you guys understand is that I am very passionate about what we're doing here. It gives me a lot of purpose, and when you're working on something that you have passion for and you believe is one of the reasons that God put you here, it's exciting and it's fun, and I don't dread it, and I just enjoy every minute of it. I got to talk with Bo and Scott Mann, who are both going to be speaking in our event, and I just was so excited. I couldn't even I was like, I cannot wait for these guys to see these two guys. Like, I know that Gary Vaynerchuk is coming. I know you guys know Gary, and I'm excited for you to see Gary as well. These two guys, I'm just telling you, are pivotal in my life, and I'm so excited to bring them to you. Then we talked a little bit about why Simone was there. Again, I just think the importance of working on yourself and starting her off with that now. When I was 15, I had people who were telling me that I was smart and great and talented and all this stuff. I didn't listen to any of those voices. I listened to the super loud voices that were telling me you're stupid, you're lazy, you'll never be successful, you're not good at math, therefore you're a failure. I mean, I just heard this is what it felt like when I was that age, right? And for her to go get on stage in front of Bo now twice, I had him, I'm part of Bo's mastermind, so I have access to him, and I just pulled him and his wife Dawn aside, who both have been on Broadway, Dawn as a producer and Bo as an actor, and said, let her perform, give her some feedback. That's an incredible gift, and conditioning her to listen to those voices and believe in herself, and then always be working on it, right? Always be learning is why I really took her there. Then I talked about a concept that I think is going to be really tough for people, and you're going to want to skip right over this one, which is just that vulnerability makes you invulnerable. When you show people who you really are, it's scary because you're really showing them, here's how you could hurt me if you wanted to. That's scary, and I get that, but what happens is people won't take advantage of that. Are there people who might? Yes, but that is a great way to sort because you can just get rid of those people right away. If I'm going to show you who I really am and you're going to somehow try to exploit that, I don't need you aren't a part of my life anymore. Goodbye. But when I show you who I really am and I get vulnerable with you and I show you the raw fabric of my life and all the shitty things that have happened to me and good things too, right? Who I really am, 100%. Then you connect with me. You bond with me. You don't want to hurt me. You want to help me. Not because you feel sorry for me, but because you know who I am. And this is inherent in our nature as humans to do this. So that's really what that concept's about. And, we can talk more about that if you're interested. Comment below. And the last thing I talked about was leadership. And the one thing and why I kind of filmed this video was leadership. The birds are going nuts because my cat's out here. Leadership is like being a lighthouse. And the way lighthouses work, lighthouses don't go all around the world looking for ships. Ships go all around the world looking for lighthouses. And that's really what I believe leadership is about, and how leadership needs to work is you need to be a lighthouse and let people come to you. And there's a lot of people who see my light and go, I don't want anything to do with that guy. I don't like him, or whatever they say, and they just move along. Okay, great, bye. There are a lot of other people who see the light and they want to get closer to it. And being a lighthouse is a challenge, but it is really, I believe, what leadership is all about. So those are my thoughts. Again, incredibly honored to have been a part of that with Bo, and really stoked for the men's leadership event. And I know a lot of you guys are going to be watching this video, so I'll just close by saying thank you.